All right, I'm going to go out a little out of the comfort zone and talk about hockey, specifically NHL. What has happened with the Zdeno Chara hit on Max Pacioretty. I don't generally talk about hockey as much, despite the fact that I'm very, very interested in it. I've, made note of the fact that I'm Canadian, so obviously. But it's not something I can talk about, week after week after week after week after week. I find MMA is kind of the only thing I can in detail. So, but a rarity here, hockey video. All right, Zdeno Chara, Max Pacioretty hit. Okay, what's the deal here? If you watch the hit and you ignore the fact that Max Pacioretty was horribly injured, and you ignore that part because I think you have to, the result of the hit does not convey intent or whether it's a dirty hit. This whole bullshit of, for example, Trevor Gillies' suspension being lower because Cal Clutterbuck didn't get hurt and all this. It doesn't matter if you hurt a guy. Hurting a guy with a hit doesn't make it dirty. Not hurting a guy with a hit doesn't make it not dirty. If you watch the hit closely, when Chara starts to go for the hit, it is not from behind. It is shoulder to shoulder, clean hit, not to the head, clean. Pacioretty does try to dodge it, not trying to put the blame on the victim here. People have been, you just blame the victim. No. He did what he's supposed to do. It put him in a worse position because of where on the ice he was. That glass support, I suppose is what it is, being right there, got his head rammed into it. Watch the video, it's all over YouTube. Watch it with a clear mind, though. Forget that Max Pacioretty suffered a very bad concussion and a cracked vertebra. Ignore that. When the hit starts, it is a clean hit. People are saying, well, it was too excessively violent. Chara should have held up. Chara shouldn't have hit him. Zdeno Chara is a 6'8", 260-pound hockey defenseman. He had, I'm going to be generous and say, 8 inches between him and Max Pacioretty, shouldered like between them in space to stop. He can't stop in that distance. It cannot be done. Now we have a criminal investigation on this hit, which is bullshit. The only 2 hits in history that I can think of that were, criminally investigated were the Todd Bertuzzi hit on Steve Moore, because that was basically a mugging on the ice, and Marty McSorley's smacking of Donald Brashear in the head with a stick, because that was assault with, not particularly a deadly weapon, but assault with a weapon. How is this remotely similar? How does this warrant a suspension? It was a penalty because it was interference. Nothing to even do with the dirtiness of the hit or where he hit him or anything. It's just because the puck wasn't there that's a penalty even. If that's 5 feet down the ice, Pacioretty is probably fine, little shaken up, but it's a clean hit. No one says anything about it. People are up in arms because he got hurt. Maybe the rules have to change, and people who are saying the rules have to change, I'm not going to argue with you, because maybe you're right. That being said, you cannot suspend a guy for a rule that doesn't exist. No rule says that is a dirty, suspendable hit. None. He did not. And I've heard this ridiculous theory that he stuck his hand out and basically went whoops into his head. No. The hand was in front of his head. If anything, it slowed Pacioretty down and saved him further damage. This is bullshit. I can't say there was no intent. I'm not in Zdeno Chara's head. That being said, I've seen a revenge hit from Chara. I've seen a revenge hit from other players. That's not what it looks like. Chara, for one thing, for revenge, in terms of revenge, actually fights you. He doesn't even really hit you. Hitting is part of his job. What exactly do you, as hockey fans, as supporters, as bleeding hearts it seems, want him to do in that situation to stop Max Pacioretty from getting a breakaway? He did his job. He should have got 2 minutes for interference. I'm good with that. I'm even okay with the major penalty. But according to the rules, this is not a suspendable hit, and you people are insane. Really. I say this because I know that there's a guy I was arguing with on Facebook who tends to watch my videos, and he was so anti-Chara after this, he should be suspended for life or whatever, and I compared it to other dirty hits, and he was like, fine with Carcillo being suspended for life and stuff, and I'm like, because I brought up Dan Carcillo for his assorted dirty hits. This is ridiculous. And the police investigation is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. And they say that this is not because fans flooded the police station with calls of how this was a grievous and dangerous hit. No! If anything, this is the fault of the bloody arena for having a pillar supporting the glass there that can be hit like that. Oh, anyways. I got emotional in this video because this is stupid. This is Canada's pastime, and this whole violence in hockey debate is stupid. You have to protect the players from headshots, but this wasn't a headshot. Nothing from Chara hit him in the head. The post hit him in the head. Charge the arena with assault with a post. Suspend the arena for dangerous construction. This is not on Chara. And people say, well, he's got to be aware where he's on the ice. You want the man to be aware of every structural... I'm going to call it a flaw because this whole thing is stupid. Structural flaw with the arena in every arena he goes to. That's all I have to say. Please comment below. If you're going to argue with me, I'm willing to argue this. I understand people are upset that he got hurt, particularly Montreal fans. I just don't get it. I don't get how this is a dirty hit. Enlighten me. Anyways, that is all.